this era of wokeness and critical race theory, how are American public schools faring in teaching of civics and history? Some states are doing much better than others, and you may be surprised to learn which ones are doing the best. Well, here to set us straight by sharing the results of a news survey is Amber Northern, Senior Vice President of Research at the Thomas Fordham Institute. So Amber, thanks for taking the time to share the report with us. So please reveal which states are doing the best job of teaching children civics and history, and why is that important?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. It is Alabama, California, Massachusetts, Tennessee, and the District of Columbia, which, are all both political stripes. Those are red and blue states, which we were kind of surprised to see that. But just those 5 states and jurisdictions across the country, we only had 5 A's, which is a little depressing. We want to see many more A's across the country. But I think the lesson for us is, there's all this cancel culture and critical race theory. But no matter your politics, if you're a state that really cares about getting this right, about being factual and about not biasing the teaching, you can have folks of all political stripes come together and actually write good standards in civics and history. It can be done.
And which states were at the bottom of your list? Did any receive failing grades, Amber?
20 F's. I won't name all 20, but Vermont was in that bucket, and North Carolina was scoring pretty low. Alaska was pretty low. So 20 F's in both civics and history. That's way too many. And then we had, obviously the rest of the states are falling in the middle in the B and C range. The C range, hey, that leaves a lot of room for improvement too. So we think states need to do a lot better job teaching what it means to understand your government and elections and how folks are elected and what it means to be a citizen and to participate in a democracy. Those things need a lot more help and strengthening across the country in K-12 schools.
Oh, that's surprising. It's almost half of the states aren't doing a very good job. So why are some states doing much better than others teaching civics and history? Does it come down to money or will?
It comes down, I'm gonna say will, because I think just anecdotally what we hear a lot of times is that this is so divisive, and it's a place where adults can fight a lot about what exactly kids should know in these 2 subject areas. So some states just write mush, for lack of a better term. These standards have no details. They're very generic and abstract, and you read them and it might say something like, study how individuals impact organizations over time or something. I'm making that up, but it's drivel. Where's the Bill of Rights? Where's the, where's the discussion of the Constitutional Convention? What's the 14th Amendment? And so on and so forth. There's just no meat on the bones.
And how concerned then should we be about critical race theory and other revisionist views of government and American history being taught in American classrooms?
I mean, thankfully, we did not see too much of that in the state standards this time around. So that's a good thing. We actually do see quite a few states, handling, the warts and all in our history fairly and accurately. They don't, skate over the difficult parts of our history, but they also don't paint us in a completely negative fashion as a country. So we're not seeing too much of this critical race theory take hold. That said, a lot of states right now are right smack in the process of revisiting their state civics and U.S. history standards. And so, fingers crossed that it's not going to get worse, because there's still so much room for improvement already. And we want states headed in the right directions.
It's about parents getting involved. Amber Northern of the Thomas Fordham Institute, thank you for setting us straight today.
Thank you.